Take a quick glance down at your laptop right now. Do you see it? That little sticker? The dreaded Intel HD Graphics Badge of Honor? For a long time, the gaming community has poked gentle fun at these so-called potato PCs, treating that integrated graphics sticker as a giant warning sign that your machine is only good for spreadsheets and web browsing. But what if I told you that your humble, everyday laptop is secretly hiding a massive universe of gaming potential?
So, can Intel HD actually game? The short answer is an absolute yes. We really need to enthusiastically shatter the myth that you have to drop thousands of dollars on a bulky rig with an expensive, dedicated GPU just to dive into incredible, sprawling gaming experiences. We've combed through the data for this explainer, and we are going to look at 7 absolute masterpieces of open-world design that will run right now on your basic integrated graphics. Let's start our countdown. Kicking off our countdown at number 7, we have Stalker: Shadow of Chernobyl. In this one, you are getting dropped right into a bleak, super atmospheric exclusion zone. And honestly, the craziest part? Surviving this deadly radiation and all those terrifying mutants requires a mere 512 megabytes of RAM and a 128 megabyte graphics card. It's wild. Yet, even with these incredibly low requirements, the game delivers some of the most visceral gameplay you can imagine. You aren't just fighting enemies, you are surviving anomalous physics, all while scavenging for artifacts and battling rival factions. It's intense, it's unforgiving, and yeah, it basically runs on a toaster. Now, if gray, radioactive wastelands are just a little too bleak for your Tuesday afternoon, let's trade all that cold for a vibrant, but equally deadly, tropical archipelago. Coming in at number 6 is Far Cry 3. Here, you're stepping into the shoes of tourist Jason Brody, going toe-to-toe with psychotic pirates led by the truly iconic villain, Voss. The real kicker here? This lush, totally lawless island runs like an absolute dream on an old Intel Core 2 Duo and just 2 gigs of RAM, or 4 if you happen to be running Vista back in the day. It is a full-blown AAA open-world shooter, and it's totally ready to go on your machine. Moving right along to number 5, it's Just Cause 2. Welcome to the massive island of Panau. This place is essentially a giant playground designed for pure, over-the-top chaos. The sheer level of wild creative destruction you can unleash here is staggering. Your main objective is to overthrow a military dictatorship, and your toolkit for doing so is legendary. You've got a grapple hook for snagging moving vehicles, an infinite parachute to glide across the massive map, and you can string together these crazy physics-defying stunts that turn the whole island into your own personal action movie set. And to pull off all this chaos, you don't need a supercomputer. A basic dual-core CPU and a mere 256 megabytes of video memory is going to guarantee hours of explosive fun on your budget rig. It's an absolute triumph of optimization, letting you chain together exploding vehicles and wreck massive military bases without skipping a beat. Hitting the number 4 spot, we have Minecraft. We all know this one. It's the ultimate voxel-based survival game. What starts out as simple mechanics, mining resources and dodging monsters in an infinite 3D world, very quickly transforms into endless creative potential. You can build incredibly complex structures, sprawling castles, or even fully functioning machines. Literally, the only limit here is your imagination. And the absolute best part of all this, an Intel HD Graphics 4000 chip and a Core i3 processor is all you need to generate a world without limits. Plus, it takes up barely 1 gigabyte of storage space, making it the perfect game to just keep permanently installed on your laptop for whenever you have some downtime. All right, down to our top 3. Number 3 is Fallout New Vegas. Stepping out of those infinite blocks and straight into the irradiated sands of the Mojave Desert takes practically 0 graphical horsepower. 64 megabytes of VRAM. It is honestly mind-boggling. You play as a career who gets shot in the head and left for dead. From there, you are let loose to navigate this incredible web of warring factions, fight off mutated creatures, and make some really tough moral choices to ultimately control the future of the New Vegas Strip. It is pure narrative gold running on literal pennies of hardware. Taking the runner-up spot at number 2, we have Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Get this. To render a living, breathing 1992 California, you only need 256 megabytes of RAM. And actually, scratch that, that's not even VRAM, that is system RAM. That is literally all it takes to run a massive statewide sandbox. We're talking gang warfare, evading corrupt cops, intense family drama, buying properties, flying planes, playing minigame, the whole shebang. Stepping into the shoes of Carl C.J. Johnson for this legendary crime saga won't even make your laptop break a sweat. The sheer scale of San Andreas, especially when you think about it running on a 1 gigahertz CPU, is just one of the greatest technical achievements of its era. For you, it means your modern budget machine is going to chew through it effortlessly.
And finally, taking the crown at number 1, The Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim. This legendary high fantasy RPG is the definitive proof that your work-issued laptop is actually a portal to endless adventure. You step into the boots of the Dragonborn, tasked with saving this massive frozen province from an ancient threat. The game gives you completely unprecedented freedom in how you want to build your character. You want to be a stealthy archer? Go for it. A heavy-hitting warrior? You got it. A master of the arcane arts? It's entirely up to you.
Just look at the contrast between these unforgiving, icy environments, the towering mountains, and those visceral, epic dragon battles. It's absolutely stunning. The map is massive, filled to the brim with sprawling dungeons, ancient ruins, and so much side content that it can, and probably will, easily consume hundreds of hours of your life.
It is almost unbelievable that a game offering this much freedom and endless dungeon crawling runs flawlessly on a standard dual-core processor and just 512 megabytes of VRAM, and taking up only 6 gigs of storage. It is the ultimate testament that world-class gaming really is accessible to almost anyone.
So, let's wrap this explainer up. We have seen bleak survival zones in Chernobyl, chaotic tropical islands in Panau, post-apocalyptic deserts in the Mojave, urban crime sprees in the 90s, and frozen fantasy lands filled with dragons. All of this confirms one amazing truth. Your standard everyday laptop, armed with nothing but that little Intel HD graphics chip, is a hidden gaming beast. You seriously do not need to wait until you can afford a high-end rig to experience the absolute best open-world design the industry has to offer. These adventures are literally right there at your fingertips. So the only question left for you is this. Which of these massive, unforgettable worlds are you going to conquer first on your setup today? Boot up that machine, pick your world, and start exploring. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and happy gaming!